Hi guys, welcome back to I'll Read What She's Reading. I'm Mikayla.
I'm Reggie.
And I'm Kennedy.
Oh, that was weird. I'm sorry. Usually we go this way, and I ruined that.
No.
My apologies.
It's okay. We did switch it up.
We did.
Hey guys, it is now it's gone by so fast.
Yeah.
It's warmer. It's June. We looked up when the summer equinox is.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think it's like June 18th.
June 18th.
Something around that.
So it's officially time for us to put out our summer TBR.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy to say. Before we say our summer TBR, we're going to update you guys on our spring TBR. I think I can say this for all of us. It's been a little rough.
Oh, yeah.
A little rough, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think May and April was just so overwhelming with all of the new releases. And I don't think a lot of us put it on our actual TBRs. And we should have just made things easy on ourselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But we didn't. We like to make things hard and difficult, so. Anyways, he wants to update how far. Oh, is that a spider?
Oh, no.
Where?
Where?
We're back. We just killed a spider. It was huge. Sorry about that.
Whew. My adrenaline is through the roof now.
Wow, we're gonna have lots of energy this episode. So we were updating our spring TBRs.
Yes, that's where we were.
Before a little incident
Was
happened.
someone choosing to go decide to go first?
I can just, start it off.
Yeah.
I'm doing terribly. I'm doing terrible. I've only read one, and that was Beg, Borrow, or Steal by Sarah Adams.
How'd you like it?
It was good. Definitely not my favorite of hers, but it was cute. Just classic little cute romance. And I'm in the middle of Never right now. I am legit 50% of the way through. Right on the dot. And I'm actually really liking it, surprisingly. So I don't know. They think I'm going to hate it, so maybe something will happen where I don't like it. I don't know.
No, I think the reason why I thought you wouldn't like it, you would have already not liked it by now. Mikayla texted us, and maybe you think this is a spoiler. I don't know. Mikayla texted us and said something about Peter Pan.
Yeah.
I hate Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you would hate Peter Pan.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's true. But there are redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
If you catch my drift.
Can't wait for you to finish it.
Yeah. So we shall see. Yeah. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Good, I'm glad.
Yeah. So that's as far as I've gotten into my spring TBR.
What else was on your spring TBR?
Rebel Witch.
Ooh.
This Woven Kingdom. And From Blood and Ash. And I'm really kicking myself. Slapping my knee. I don't know why I keep picking the starts of a series. And I just need to stop doing that. So my summer TBR is going to be kind of following that.
Because I think you're the same as me. I picked a few series last time. Once you're in it, it's like you want to just keep going.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but now whenever I read fantasy series, I'll read like a fantasy book and then either like a romance book or something not fantasy in between the books, and then I'll go back to the fantasy series. So when you pick a book that has 7 books in a series, Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So I just need to, my summer TBR might be a little boring, but also I need to pick reads that are going to be easy, just lounge by the pool. And anyways, so, and I will get to my spring TBR eventually, just maybe not before I get to my summer TBR. Yeah. So anyways, who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Do you want to go? Okay.
Sure. So, of the 5 that I picked, I've only read 2. First one was Beartown, and I don't remember. I think I maybe in one of our like updates on what we're currently reading, I maybe talked about it. I almost DNF'd it, but I finished it, and I really liked it after I finished it, but I'm struggling because I don't really have much of a desire to continue on.
That's okay.
And the more I keep thinking about it, the more I'm like, I don't know if I want to continue the series. So I just get in this thing where like for example, like also the Poppy War. Read the Poppy War, and I did like it, but it took me too long to start. I haven't even started the second book yet. That I'm like, I don't even know if I want to read the second book. I'm kind of just in this weird little funk right now with, like series and stuff. So
it's hard.
It's really hard. So I don't know if I'll continue Beartown series. As of right now, I don't plan to. We'll see. And then I read The Blighted Stars finally. Really loved it. Just very different. Sci-fi, romance. I feel like I've been talking about it a lot, but I just feel like it's not even because I don't think it's the best book in the entire world by any means, but
you were just vibing with
I just love reading something that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about, and I want to like do what I can to like share about it, so the author gets some more readers for their books. So yeah, that one is fun. Highly recommend if you like sci-fi and romance. And then my other 3 books were One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune, which just, I guess it's been out for a while now, but
came out
10 days ago.
And I will get to that within probably this next week. I will start it. So I technically will have it done before my summer TBR is supposed to begin. And then my other 2 were Night and Moth, which as we're recording this, Night and Moth has not come out yet. I realized after we recorded, like all the books that I picked were coming out like later in the spring, like early summer. So I'm really excited to read that one, but I'm kind of wondering if I should wait a little bit because I don't think that's going to get spoiled for me. And if I can kind of like wait, I don't know when the next book's supposed to come out. It's supposed to just be a duology. I'm like, would I rather maybe actually wait to read that one for a while? I don't know. But I'm really excited about that one because I love Rachel Gillick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then my last one was Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, but that also doesn't come out till June 3rd.
Are you moving that to your summer TBR?
If that's allowed, I will be doing that.
I was gonna say, I think that's allowed.
You kind of set yourself up.
Yeah, I didn't really, I was realizing, like, I was like, wait, all of these, literally, half of these, like, are new releases and they don't come out until, my bad.
Oops.
But yeah, I will still be reading all the ones on my TBR. It's just a matter of when. I think my Throne of Glass reread has kind of pushed a lot of books back for me at the moment.
Which makes sense.
Rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for sure.
Kennedy.
Okay, I also only read 2 of my books on my spring TBR. I'm actually 15% into one of them. So the ones that I did read were Beartown by Frederick Bachman. Reggie kind of touched on it. I gave it 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. There was just something, it was magical for me. Small town. I've talked about it before on the podcast, but if you like character-driven stories that feel slow and mundane, but have an emotional message, you'll probably like Beartown. And then, honestly, Reggie, the second book wasn't my favorite.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
with how much you love the first one and then what you said about the second one, I'm just kind of like,
it was okay.
It
was okay.
I don't know. It's also kind of long.
No, the second one's
not.
It's the last one.
Oh, the last one.
I have really high expectations for The Winners, which is the last book in the series. But honestly, Beartown ends in a very nice and neat way. I think from the way he wrote it, it kind of seems like he intended it for it to be a standalone, but then decided to continue on. So
okay.
And then I also read The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. I've also talked about this on the podcast. I read it on vacation in Hawaii on the beach. Don't be like me. Read it in the comfort of your home when you're by yourself so nobody can see you. I also rated it 5 stars. It's probably my favorite contemporary romance that Rebecca has written, I would say. I'm just waiting for these two to read it because I can't wait to hear what they have to say. So, and then I just started Blood Over Bright Haven by M.L. Wang. The reason why I didn't finish this book, because this is a standalone fantasy book. Love to see it, because that's not the case. A lot of the times it's usually duology, trilogy, series. This is a standalone, and people say it's so good. I have very high expectations for it. But the reason I didn't get to it is because I decided to finish the Poppy War trilogy. And, you know, they're not the same, but they're both Asian-inspired fantasy books. And so I didn't want to read them back to back. And I also didn't want to put a pause on the Poppy War and then come back to it. So that's why I didn't get to it. But I'm enjoying it so far. I will say that this is probably not the most confusing world building I've ever read, but there was one certain chapter where you are learning this history of all of these wars, and my brain hurt so bad.
Yeah, that's got to be hard for a standalone.
Yeah.
And
fantasy.
then you guys, she has, so I'm reading it on Kindle, on my Kindle, because it's on Kindle Unlimited. At the beginning of the book, she has, I don't even know what it is, like these little tips, I guess. And she said if you're reading on a Kindle, I would recommend pulling up the glossary on a different phone, because it's hard. It'll be hard for you to switch back and forth. The amount of times that I've had to look in the glossary and I'm only 10% in, because there's so many. I don't know if they're like made up words or if they're in a different language, but she gives no context. She just puts them in a sentence, and you're having to put an effort to learn about the world. You know how sometimes you get spoon-fed and they kind of explain what things are in dialogue? No.
It kind of sounds a little bit like When the Moon Hatched, with that huge
kind of,
where you had to be like, okay, what does that mean? Okay, go back. I mean, I'm sure this sounds a lot more complicated than that, but having to like go back and forth, that would be hard.
Yeah.
It'd be hard.
But I'm excited. So far, I'm really liking it. Someone commented on my Goodreads update and said that they think I'm really going to like the book. So we'll see. And then the other two books I had on my TBR were the Sun Eater series by Christopher Ruscio. Guys, that's a 7-book series. I was not getting to that. I don't know why I put it on my TBR. I have every intention of reading it, but 7 books.
Yeah, that's a commitment.
It's a lot. It is a lot. And then also Blood Marked by Tracy Dion. I thought for sure if I put it on my spring TBR, it would motivate me to continue on in the series. It has not. And those of you listening, I may need you to do a little bit of convincing to get me to continue on in the series. Because I read the first book a year ago, and I just haven't felt compelled to continue. And so, please. Or honestly, if you could just DM my personal account and give me a summary of the first book, that'd be great.
Love it.
I learned, is it on Kindle Unlimited by any means?
My Kindle doesn't do that because it's so old.
I learned that the other day on TikTok, that Kindle, if you have like the books in a series on there, it will recap the books before that you start the next book for you.
That is cool.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, no more like trying to like find someone that wrote a blog post about it. Yeah, it's already there.
Or at least maybe I didn't do it right.
I might need to try that for the Poppy War anyways.
Here's the thing about the Poppy War. The second book is my favorite in the series. The last one's my least favorite. So if that helps you.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, did I enjoy it enough that I want to continue, or did I enjoy it enough that I'd be content with someone just telling me everything that happens, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just have so little time, and I'm relying on audiobooks so hard right now that I'm like, I don't know.
I feel that.
So,
I feel it.
anyways,
All right. We all failed, but you know what? It's okay.
another season is upon us.
I feel like it's been a while since we failed. Our TBRs.
It was, honestly, that was an epic failure.
Yeah.
It's okay, though. It's real life.
It is.
And also, I think these two would agree. I am such a mood reader, and I was not in the mood to read any of those books. And I wasn't about to read them just because they were on my TBR, because I wouldn't have enjoyed them.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I also think right now is the busiest time of life for all of us with like work and stuff. So it's just hard. Hard to read.
Yep.
Let's get into our summer TBRs, shall we?
Yeah.
Give your first one first, Mikayla.
All right. I'm kind of excited about this one. Wild and Wrangled
Ooh,
by Lila Sage.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to read it. Okay. Her third book in the Lost and Lassoed series. It's not really a series.
Rebel Blue Ranch?
Yeah. Rebel Blue Branch. What? Rebel Blue Ranch. The third book was my favorite so far. And so I feel like I have pretty high expectations for this fourth one, but if anything, I feel like I'm just more excited because, you know, the third one was my favorite. So I'm hoping it's just up and up from here on out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Super easy. Like an 8-hour listen. Sign me up. Sign me up.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, Western romances are just perfect for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
They really are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you have a shoot in Jackson Hole, listen to it on your shoot to Jackson Hole to really put you in the Wyoming mood.
Wyoming
Right?
mood.
Because they're in Wyoming.
I think so.
Yeah, it's Wyoming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it for the first one.
Fun. Oh, my next?
Yeah.
We're going this way?
Yeah.
If it really is okay, I think I will put Atmosphere on my summer TBR.
Not allowed.
I'm struggling because, like I said, I'm rereading Throne of Glass. I'm halfway through Air of Fire right now. And so I just know I'm going to do the tandem read.
Oh.
I think I'm going to do it because there's a way that maybe I shouldn't commit to the tandem read. A part of me wants to, like, I don't know. Actually, maybe I take that back. Maybe I take that back. Maybe I need to give Tower of Dawn its own special time. But anyways, that's all. Like, the last 3 books are big. Like, they're long. Kingdom of Ash, I gotta really, like, I know that yeah.
Gotta buckle yourself
I gotta
up.
buckle myself up. And I mean, I know what I'm in for, but, like, it's just it's a lot of pages.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really want to, like, commit myself to any other, like, new series for the summer. So if I can move Atmosphere to my summer TBR, I think that'd be great. That's by Taylor Jenkins Reid, in case I didn't say that already.
You can do that.
I don't want to, like, sound like a broken record because I talked about it last time, but it's basically just about it's set in the 80s, and it's about a space shuttle program, and some girl wants to go to space or something. I don't know.
She just wants to go to space.
I don't know.
Space.
I don't know, but I'm like, you know what? I love Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm intrigued. Give it a whirl. I feel like it'll be a good listen. It's also not very long. I just like the books I picked for my summer TBR. I'm trying to make them as standalone as I can.
She's trying to reach her reading goal.
Yeah. So, yep. There you have it.
Okay, Kennedy, what's the first on your list?
I don't know what I want to say first. So let's just go with... Okay. I'm going to say this one. So I'm going to say The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie for a few different reasons. Number one, my husband bought me this book a year and a half ago. And every so often, when I'm like, what should I read next? He'll tell me to read that one. He'll be like, remember that book I bought you forever ago? Because I thought you'd like it and you haven't read it. That's one of the reasons. Number two, I went to a panel and Pierce Brown was answering questions. And someone asked this question. I thought this was such a cool question to ask an author. The person asked, if you could tell any of your readers, like if you could give a shout out to any author, like who would you tell your readers to read? He said Martha Wells, Murderbot.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said Joe Abercrombie. So I figure if Pierce likes Joe Abercrombie and I like Pierce's writing, I'll probably like Joe Abercrombie's writing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to add The Blade Itself. I literally don't know anything about it. 0. Because I didn't even choose the book for myself. I think it's, from what I've gathered on reviews, it's like a character-driven fantasy. I'm expecting it to be kind of like... There's a video game I'm thinking of, but I can't think of what it is. Did you guys ever play RuneScape?
Yeah.
This is like really old school. I'm kind of picturing it to have like RuneScape vibes.
Okay.
I don't know. I also don't know anyone who's ever read Joe Abercrombie. So I'm trying to be not like other girls.
Love it.
Debbie
So you're
Ryan.
being different.
I'm not like other girls.
So yeah.
That
Is the
Is it a standalone?
No, it's a trilogy.
But that's not bad. Trilogy's not bad compared to $7.
As of right now, that's the only book I have on my spring TBR that has multiple books in a series.
Okay.
So
that's not bad. Not bad.
I don't know. We'll see if I like it.
Is it a longer book or is it shorter?
I think it is like 540 pages. So
cool. The Blade, what is it called?
The Blade itself. I literally don't know anything about it. So we'll see. But I figure if Pierce Brown shouts it out, it's got to be pretty good.
The Blade.
That makes me intrigued just knowing that Pierce Brown, gave him a shout,
Mm-hmm. Gave him a shout.
So I don't think Joe Abercrombie needs a shout out. I think he's pretty popular in like male readers.
Male.
So,
and Martha Wells.
Yeah. Cool. Love that.
Amazing. All right, the second one on my list, I don't even remember what I put. Oh. I am like other girls. Night and Moth, Rachel Gillig.
Okay, you want to know what? That's on mine too, so I'll just piggyback off you.
Okay. We really debated about our book club books because there's so many that were like popping up on Book Talk. It was a real struggle. It wasn't a struggle. I think all of the ones we were debating between, we were all very interested in reading.
Mm-hmm.
We just ended up going in a direction that you guys chose. So, yeah, I'm really excited. I just can't wait to get in it. Be in Rachel Gillig's writing.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like the best time ever. I can't wait.
What is it about? I don't even actually know what it's about.
I don't either. I'm assuming she has almost like a dual personality.
Yeah, it's
Oh, really? Like split personality?
Not split, or like not a dual personality. Like she maybe is undercover as one thing or the other.
Oh,
I'm assuming as the Moth.
Okay.
I don't know.
See, that's the thing. I love Rachel Gillig, and I don't even need to know what it's about. I'll read it.
This is purely based off the cover, and I could be so wrong. But I don't mind just going into it. Just
it's. I mean, this is telling me maybe that's part of it.
I don't know.
The only thing I remember about the book is that she can see things before they happen, or something. So she can kind of like see the future. That's the only thing I remember from the synopsis. So,
I mean, it says it's gothic.
Sold. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Sold. Sign me up.
So, I'm making it a goal. I set this new goal for myself for the year, like 2 months ago, that I was going to try to read more books that are not like popular book talk books. Because sometimes I'm like, I just feel like I'm reading what everyone else is reading. I really want to branch out. And especially after reading The Blighted Stars, which like I said, really enjoyed. It's not talked about like anywhere. I was like, if I see something pop up on TikTok again that I'm like, I need to read this book, I'm going to make sure I read it. So there was a TikTok I saw the other day where this girl, I wish I could find the TikTok. I didn't save it. But she was saying like, I just found this book on Kindle Unlimited and the synopsis sounded really interesting. And when I went to go add it to my TBR on Goodreads, she was shocked because there were only, I don't think there were even 1,000 reviews. It's called Drowned in the Name of Love. And it's like a pirate romance. And I'm pretty sure it says book number 1, but on Amazon it says 1 of 1. Oh, it literally only has 113 reviews, you guys.
Dang.
I'm hoping I will like it because it is like 455 pages. Not saying that that's super long. So I can't tell. I don't know if it's a standalone or not. But everything that I've seen about it online so far, I mean, the reviews are amazing. But it's basically the way the author describes it. the female main character is a soft-hearted archer who hears the sea but lives under the mandate of a law that prohibits approaching the shore. So I'm like, is she a mermaid?
Is she a siren?
I don't know. But she's an archer, so I'm like, she can't be a mermaid if she's an archer. I don't know. Maybe she just has to stay on a boat. Maybe she's, anyways, a tortured. And then the male main character is a tortured art thief captain pirate cursed by the gods.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
It's Will Turner. Anyways, so I'm just trying to push myself to read like more indie authors, lesser known authors, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's just really amazing reviews of it. And I've never read a pirate book before.
You're in for a real treat.
I also have no idea if it's young adult or not. I don't know if it's spicy. I have no idea. But the vibes look like they're vibing based off things I have seen. And I'm intrigued when it's rated highly with only 115 reviews. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to give it a whirl.
Give it a whirl, Reggie.
Proud of you.
So we'll see.
Love. Okay. Mine is from a very lesser known author as well. Her name is Ashley Poston. Her book, Sounds Like Love, comes out on June 17th.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Put that one too.
Here I am. I'm going to read it. I, once again, don't know anything about it. The thing about Ashley is her covers, I think, are so cute.
They are so cute.
The cutest little colors, whatever. I really, really liked The 7-Year Slip and The Dead Romantics.
What was the other one we read?
It was a book club book.
Oh,
Novel love
story.
That one was just okay for me.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what this is all about. It's about a songwriter in LA. You know, that LA girl, she's got to go back home. So we're entering in a Hallmark love story. She's got to go back home, find her inspiration because she's a songwriter. And then I'm trying to figure out what the magical realism is in this book, because if you guys didn't know, Ashley Poston does typically have magical realism.
Talked about this before, and I remember being really excited about whatever it was, but I don't remember.
Let me continue. Let me continue to read the description really quick. Let's see. Okay,
this sounds
she's got a melody in her head, lyricless and half formed, and then I want to say maybe they both have the same song stuck in their head. I think is what it is, maybe. But yeah, some sort of magical realism is going to come into play, and I'm excited for it. It'll be a great read or listen.
Yeah,
on my drives, I think it'll be really fun. Listen.
Yeah, I wonder
especially
if
with the musical element.
Yeah,
yeah,
that comes out June
17th. Yep. So I'm going to be running on my Libby really fast to try and get it first. Otherwise, I'm going to have to wait 5 months.
Probably like several month wait.
You know what? I'll use an Audible credit for it. It's fine.
It's fine.
I'll do it.
Mine is also really small.
Scarlet Fortune.
One Golden Summer. I'm sorry, I'm just piggybacking off of your...
It's fine. I love it. We'll just be reading them together.
I am just a basic girly, and I am not different.
Oh my gosh. You're fine.
No, I'm excited. I think I've read all of Carly Fortune's books, and I'm excited. I feel like this will be a perfect...
It's about a photographer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. So, a good time for the
season
busy
to do that.
I don't know if that will stress me out, though. I just think, with summer in the title, gotta read it in summer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Also, her covers are also a vibe.
Yeah, they are.
There's something specifically about that one that I'm like...
It's the colors.
I just love it.
Blue colors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm just not talking a lot because
we've talked
about it in the past. So
go look.
Well, no, that's
a great TBR.
Yeah.
That's a great one. I've seen one person I know review it already. And
it came out May 6th.
Yeah, it just came out. I'm getting excited. So I'll probably be starting that within the next week.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to discuss.
Yeah.
Okay, once again, picking a book that I have heard hardly nothing about. But funny enough, Sarah Crowley is currently reading this, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is so interesting. I actually had a listener message me on Goodreads. Apparently you can do that. I didn't know you could DM people on Goodreads. And she was like, Reggie, I really need you to read this book. I feel like you would love it. And I was like, okay, well, I'll go check it out. It's called May Luna by Kelly McNeil. And it's set in the 90s. It's about a legendary band, an iconic lead singer, and their mysterious connection to a woman whose love helped create the music of a generation. So,
music.
Yeah, she just was like, I just know that you would absolutely love this book. And it's rated really highly, but not like tons of reviews. That's just what I'm going into this summer, I guess. I don't know. But it's also on Kindle Unlimited for like audiobook and Kindle. And I was like, I can't not read. Like, I need to read this before it disappears on Kindle or something. So I'm excited about it because I don't want to like say what I've seen from the reviews from first glancing at it. But like, I have a feeling I'm going to maybe need to like buckle up. I don't know. So, yeah, give me the musicians and the drama. I'm here for it.
I love it.
So,
that's so fun that a listener.
Yeah, I think it's so sweet that like people take the time to be like, I just know that you would like this book. So I want to give it a chance.
Sounds like it's right up your alley, honestly.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. I am going to choose My Friends by Frederick Bachman.
I had a feeling you were going to add that one.
I don't know. I think I just have a thing for Frederick Bachman's writing. I'm in this weird... Not to go off on the spiel, I have been having such a hard time with fantasy books. And I think we've talked about this before, but they've all just felt so lackluster to me. And I feel like it's starting to be a me problem. So I just need a break from fantasy books, I think. Hence Beartown and My Friends. I honestly don't, once again, know anything about the story, but I'm sorry, I'm such a sappy person. I love sappy books. I don't know what it is, but listen to this first line. Isn't this just so sweet? The world is full of miracles, but none greater than how far a young person can be carried by someone else's belief in them.
That's sweet.
That's really sweet.
You know, his books, I don't want to say they're feel-good books because sometimes you feel a little depressed. But
Fair.
They have such great life lessons in them, and sometimes I just need a little bit of self-help without reading a self-help book.
I like that.
You know?
Yeah.
And the more I read literary fiction, the more I'm starting to like it, because when I first started to read, I hated literary fiction. But I feel like you just kind of have to find the right authors that jive with the way your brain works, and Frederick Bachman just works for me for some reason. So I'm slowly but surely going through his whole catalog. And My Friends is going to be on that list.
It just came out, right?
It
didn't just barely release? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And the cover looks like a summer vibe. Just,
it does.
Come on. It's friends swimming in a pool.
Love it.
Summer.
My Friends. I'm curious if you guys think I would hate it or love it.
Beartown?
No, or just him.
Sometimes you surprise me. Like, sometimes you really do.
Is that good or bad?
No, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think you should try listening to one of his books and then see.
I will try.
I think a lot of people, I would say his probably two most popular, Anxious People.
Yeah. I think that it would be an interesting reading experience for you knowing that, like, I didn't really love the first half of it at all. But, like, Kennedy rated the book 5 stars. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think like, because
you wouldn't be, like, feeling like you're setting yourself up for too much of disappointment or too high of expectation based off of what you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Said about it.
And it's hard because maybe don't start with Beartown, only for the fact of I feel like this is a book you would listen to. Like his books are books you would listen to. I feel like not read.
Okay.
And if I was driving listening to Beartown, I probably would want to fall asleep.
Okay.
I didn't listen to any
that's how
part
I
of
felt.
Beartown. I read the whole entire thing.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't know. I
Maybe
think you should give it a try.
Maybe I'll give it a whirl eventually. Maybe.
Because sometimes I didn't think you would love Never, but you like it a lot more than you do.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, Taylor Jenkins Reid is a little bit more literary fiction, and you don't like Taylor Jenkins Reid.
That's true.
Have you read any other literary fiction books? You should try
Huh?
Yellowface.
I don't know. I don't know if I have.
You should try Yellowface by R.F. Kuang.
Okay.
Listen to that one.
Okay.
Anyway.
Maybe was Remarkably Bright Creatures literary fiction?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah? Oh, so is The Midnight Library.
In the Midnight Library. I did read those.
You liked The Midnight Library-ish?
No, I didn't.
Just kidding.
No.
You also didn't like Remarkably Bright
No, I
Creatures.
didn't.
So it might not be for you. I don't know.
We'll see.
If you ever get
I wouldn't
bored,
put any pressure on yourself to read them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't worry about it too much. You have to be, like, for me, I have to be in the mood to read a literary fiction
I feel like
book.
those kind of books are like, for me, when I really enjoy them, it's because I read them at the perfect moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
If
it's
you
not
were
like
sappy.
a lot of books aren't like that. Like
Mhm.
it doesn't matter when I read them usually.
Yeah.
So
Because they're just not, it's not action-packed. It's very slow,
not edge of your seat.
snail's pace, just like
Mhm.
la, da, 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 da. But fantasy, it's like bam, wham, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
all right.
Your turn.
Oh, it's me?
Yeah.
I put this on. I've been wanting to read it for a long time. Well, ever since I found it, and I haven't gotten to it yet. But it's called Leave Me Behind by K.M. Moronova. I think it's dystopian. I don't know. From what I know, I think this girl is in prison. I don't know. The fan art has me quaking.
Ooh.
Or maybe, okay, they're in a dark forces squad.
Ooh, wait, what did
Okay,
you say it was
Divergent.
called?
It's called Leave Me Behind.
Leave Me Behind.
When was it published?
November 6th, 2024. But I think I
Oh.
found it just a few months ago. Can you see when you like added?
Ooh.
I think you can if you go to your...
mark it as want to read
Yeah.
January 6th. So 6 months or 5 months. I don't know. The fan art looks fun. I don't know. It just looks fun. It looks different from what I've read. So
A dark military romance.
I don't know. Kind of sounds fun. I don't know.
You have to let us know.
Okay.
It's kind of like me and Credence. I marked it as want to read, and you guys were like, "Are you aware what that is?"
Are you aware?
No.
That was
Let
a
us know
funny
if it's a dark
moment.
romance. Seriously,
Okay.
I'm curious.
I mean, the cover on here says a dark military romance.
I could also
Oh,
DNF of it, but we shall see.
yeah.
You know,
I'm
at least
interested.
you're giving it a stab at it. You know,
I'm interested.
My turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with "Not Quite Dead Yet" by Holly Jackson.
Oh,
I just love. I always have a good time with her books. I always know that I'm gonna be on the edge of my seat, trying to piece things together. The cover, also, she dropped the cover recently, and it looks cool. If you're not familiar with Holly Jackson, you're probably familiar or have heard of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So same author, and you know. Oh, I just saw this. Returns with her first novel for adults. So it's not young adult. Interesting. I didn't know that. But it's a thriller about a girl that's trying to solve her own murder.
Well, huh?
That's what it says. A twisty thriller about a young woman trying to solve her own murder. In 7 days,
Are you
is
getting a
going to
day
be-
repeat? Is it day repeating?
I don't know.
Or is she like a ghost thing?
27 years old. She's still waiting for her life to begin.
Groundhog
I don't know. I don't know.
Happy Death Day? Sometimes day repeating really works for me, and other times
It doesn't.
yeah.
Yeah. What books? I swear there's a book.
I think it's like she knows she's going to die, from what it sounds like. So she's trying to figure out who it's going to be and how she's going to like prevent it from happening.
Okay.
Or like she
Alright.
knows she can't.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm sure that's
But-
going to be a fun one.
Yeah, I think I'm also especially excited knowing that it's not young adult
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, I loved her other books and the fact that they were young adult made them really fun. But it's going to be really interesting to just see how much darker and more like twisty she can make things, not labeling it as young adult, you know?
Yeah.
I'm interested to see if
not
it's like
holding back any punches, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited. I think the cover looks so cool. I need to like order the physical.
Wait, let me see the cover.
It looks cool.
It's like a brain scan.
Oh.
Isn't that kind of cool?
That is
Oh.
cool.
Which is different from like her other books because they all kind of have a similar vibe to the covers.
Yeah.
But you can see that this one kind of like
It's different.
it's different.
I think that's definitely geared more towards the adult thriller.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just
the cover
itself.
Yeah.
Because the like 5 survive, reappearance of Rachel Price. It's kind of like, it's kind of got like the juvenile fonts and stuff. So, yeah,
that will be good.
I'm excited. It's also been a while since I've read a thriller. So if I'm going to read one, it's going to be from
Holly Jackson.
So,
okay. I'll say one that's on my spring TBR that has already been said, Night and Moth. We don't need to rehash.
We're all going to be ready
Love it.
reading it.
We don't need to rehash. So,
I'll
Mikayla.
read what she's reading. Okay.
Your
Okay,
turn. Your turn.
I'm going to read this so it motivates me. Blood Marks by Tracy.
Are you feeling the same way as I'm feeling?
I think it's the age that's killing me about the books.
Okay.
But the story itself is really cool. But the way the first book ends is like kind of like a cliffhanger. It's going to motivate me to do it. I think it's going to be more of like a listen hybrid read kind of thing. And so
nice.
I've heard the third book is really, really, really good. So I feel like I just got to get to the third book. I'm sure the second book has second book syndrome. I haven't heard that, but I'm sure. I feel like in a lot of trilogies, sometimes the second could be put into the first and the third and just be a duology, you know? But they make it a trilogy. Is it a trilogy? I certainly hope so.
Hold on. Because
not.
For some reason,
I couldn't tell you.
thought that it was.
Reggie's just like,
Hold
I know what you're
on.
talking about.
And then it. Oh, no, I think it is. No, I think it is.
I think it is.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I think she's doing her
That's my bad.
disservice if she doesn't.
That's my bad.
Okay.
My bad.
Anyways, we shall see if I get to it, but I do want to finish the series. I want to say I've read it because I think it's really cool and unique.
Yes.
Which I really like. The hardest part for me is her being young.
Yeah.
And being in college. It's some parts of it just don't make sense to me, and sometimes I'm a very like logical person when it comes to things, and I need to just put aside all logic. Like, there's not a lot of anyways. So I think I would like it honestly a lot more if she was like 18 or 17.
Because she's 16, yeah.
Yeah. She just turned 16, so
She's just a baby. She's a baby.
okay, that's all.
All right, you guys are going to pick my last one for me.
Oh.
Okay, because I have not read a single book by this author, and I just feel like it's diabolical that I have not read a book by these authors. Christina Lauren. I've never read a Christina Lauren book, and I think I own all of them.
You
Wait,
own
seriously?
I think I own the physical copy of all of them. I think so.
You bought them all?
I might not have the Paradise Problem, but I would be happy to listen to that one.
Did you not get that one? Because we got that in the book.
Yeah, I think I got I don't know. Anyway,
You
I
have
might
the
have all of them.
Honeymooners?
So I want you guys to pick which one you think I would like the most.
Oh.
Out of the Unhoneymooners, Love in Other Words, and the Paradise Problem. She has like some that are shorter.
I feel like
Those are like her top.
Paradise Problem and Unhoneymooners are more summery.
Yeah.
Love in Other Words is kind of a more fall vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. So of those two, I know I have the physical copy of the Unhoneymooners, but I'm happy to listen to them because I might have to listen anyways.
The Unhoneymooners is Best Man Maid of Honor?
Yes, but they hate each other.
Okay.
And the Paradise Problem is fake dating.
Ooh. I'm game for any. I want you guys to pick for me.
I can't remember. It's been so long since I've read The Unhoneymooners.
I think I liked The Unhoneymooners better.
I think so too.
And then they have a really fun audio that's like a novella after The Unhoneymooners that is a kind of like a graphic audio for romance.
Ooh, okay.
And it's really short. I think it's like 3 hours. You could use your Spotify hours for it. That's what I did. Should we go with the Unhoneymooners?
All right, The Unhoneymooners.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I was looking through all my books the other day because I'm ready to set up some bookshelves because my books have literally just sat in random different corners of my house. I just don't have like a space to put them now that I have 2 children. So I'm going to be building my bookshelves in my unfinished basement, giving them a home. Anyways, I was looking through them and I was like, I cannot believe I have not read these. Like, they're some of the first books that I bought when I was starting my new reading journey way back when, and they are untouched. So
love it. That's gonna be fun. You'll have to report back.
I will. Thanks, guys, for picking that for me.
Anytime. Okay,
so
I'm picking. Wait, were you done? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm done.
This is a very spur of the moment pick. Okay, because little do you guys know, I had another book picked, and it was a reread. And then I read my review, and I said, I don't want to reread that anymore. So Mikayla cut it out of the episode. Sorry. So if you've been seeing me scroll on my phone, it's because I'm actually scrambling, trying to find another book. And you know what? We'll do this. Do you guys want me to read a sci-fi book or a romance book?
What do you want to read?
I don't know. I'm in a slump right now, you guys.
Well, in my opinion, romance books are just so easy.
This is a 325-page sci-fi book.
Is it standalone?
Standalone.
All right.
Sure. Let's
Do
hear
it. You guys want to hear the premise of it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so this is called When the Moon Hits Your Eye by John Scalzi. I have read another John Scalzi book. Do you guys remember the book I was telling you about? There's a cat on the cover and there was like talking dolphins.
Yes.
Kind of like this outrageous sci-fi book.
Okay, yeah.
It's the villain one, right? It's called
Starter Villain.
Villain. Yep.
It's by the same guy. But he does actually write legit sci-fi that's not like comedic sci-fi. You guys, listen to this.
This is legit sci-fi or is this
listen to this.
comedic?
Okay. It says, from New York Times bestselling author of Starter Villain comes an entirely serious take on a distinctly unserious subject.
Oh no.
What would really happen if suddenly the moon were replaced by a giant wheel of cheese?
You're kidding.
There you go.
Joking.
Well, that's it.
What would happen? I don't know.
Oh
my gosh.
You cannot blame us.
No.
If we picked that.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
It's 320 pages. I mean, it's going to take me like one day to read it.
Kennedy's an adventurous soul.
Yeah, she is.
Love that about her. So
Says the girl that's reading books she does never heard of.
Yeah, but I would never look at a book that's like, oh, what? I would never be like, I'm going to read
hits
that.
you in the eye. You take a big bite out of the moon that's cheese. You know, it was a last. All the other ones will be.
Well, if that doesn't get you excited to hear our fall TBR episode in a few months when we update you on what we read, I don't know what does.
I think I need to start picking one super unserious book every time.
Love it.
I love that.
Perfect.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear your
I'll let
thoughts
you know.
on that.
Summer.
This is gonna be so fun. I mean, we're in a silly goofy mood this episode, I guess. So, yeah. Let us know if any of you guys are going to be joining us with our summer TBR, especially the moon. Cheese. Yep. Love that. Anyways, we'll update you guys when we put out our fall TBR episode, which I don't know when fall is technically, but we'll put it out around that time. We'll do some research, you know. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.